All right, how's it going today, YouTube family? I want to say welcome to my channel. I'm working really hard on this channel here right now, guys. And I ask for your help and support. If you see the video and you found the video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to my channel. If you want to keep up with more of my content, I make mostly Christian content. But today, I'm gonna do something here on this channel that I've never done before, right? So y'all hear me talk about this a lot, about how I've been thinking about getting back into music and all of this other stuff. And I apologize for the long introduction, but I want to talk to you all today about how to make a rap, how to write a rap. Yes, how to write a rap. Now that's something a lot of people struggle with when they thinking about getting into music, especially rap. Whether you do or don't believe in hip hop culture, I'm not a hip hop culture person, but I do write rap. Okay, and for those of us who are in music, we kind of know that there's a big difference. We know that there's a big difference, but no matter what kind of music you want to make, I personally write gospel raps. But this is me showing you step by step on how to actually write a rap. So let me go to my computer here, because my computer here is what got my notes as far as, well, no, I can pull this up off my phone too. I got it all on the same thing. So the very first thing you want to do in writing a rap is finding a beat that fits your energy. Let me move my mic a little closer. As long as it stay out the camera, it's in the camera a little bit. All right, so you want to find a beat that fits your energy, right? So your energy can be how you feel today, what you might be going through right now, some of your personal life experiences that matter to you a lot in this moment, even if it's a past event. I got a lot of past events and things like that I would love to make music about, because it taught me lessons that I would really like to teach to somebody else, so that somebody else can learn from my experience. Stuff that matter to you, right? Or just how you feel right now. If you feel really motivated, find some kind of beat that feels motivated, right? So the beat that I want to play right now, this was made by Rujay. Okay, this is Rujay's beat. I'm gonna put his credits to his beat in the description so that I don't get hit with a copyright claim. And I do want to holler fair use if that's something I'm allowed to do. But let's just go there for right now. So the beat that's matching my energy, and I've been had this energy for days. It's my second day writing this song, and I'm still not even. I'm almost done with the first verse. So let's play a little bit of it. All right, so you kind of know what I'm saying, right? So it's got to match your energy. Don't just pick a beat because it's sweet, right? I mean, you might be able to use that tomorrow, but today it's got to be what you're feeling right now. So the second thing I want to say is feel the beat as if you made it. This is point number 2. If you never really had experience with making beats, I used to make a lot of beats, and so I know how to really pay very close attention to the instruments and the pattern of the instruments, and I just know how to feel the beat as if I made it. And sometimes you can use body language to express how you feel in the beat. Sometimes you can just look. I'm about to give you an example, right? Right? Right. So you really want to get into how you feel about that beat as if you the one that put it together. Pay attention to all the instruments in that beat. And that might get me to point number 3. Let's go to point number 3. So I want to say this. When you in the middle of writing a rap, especially if this is your first rap, this might sound a little stupid to you, but you gotta be willing to sound a little stupid to yourself just for the simple fact that this is part of the creative process. Now, I taught a lot of people how to rap. I used to have a recording studio where I would, engineer other people's music. And some guys that come to the studio and they like it's their first time rapping. It's their first time in the studio. It's their first rap that they actually like, and it's a whole song. And I would really have to sit there and reteach people how to rap. I taught my little brother how to rap. He has officially made music actively for a longer period of time than I have. I I made my last recorded album in 2014, 2015. I believe it was around late 2014, and I haven't actually recorded a whole song since then, but I always write. I don't know how to unlearn that stuff, right? But my brother, man, he been killing it as far as like his talent and stuff go. I mean, he just make music about stuff that I don't necessarily agree with, but he's still talented, right? Far more talented than I am right now. And then I found myself just recently teaching my son, my oldest child, my oldest biological child, how to rap. And he was like, man, I didn't even know it worked this way. And I found myself right there all over again. It's been every bit of 10 years since I let go of my studio due to getting in photography, and now I'm here again. So point number 3 is you want to hum and mumble a specific flow that you like. So this is the part that's going to sound kind of iffy to people. Hum and mumble a specific flow that you like. Now let me show you how to do this, right? Right? So like you really want to get your flow together, but you got to kind of hum and mumble that first. Especially if this is your first time writing a rap. If you prefer to write your raps like I do, this is kind of how you want to do it. Right? And then point number 4 is going to lead me to this. Start trying to make them sound like words, right? So when you right? So you really want to start forming that into words at some point, right? You don't want to just right? Like you really want to start making them into words. That's going to really get you on track with your first bar, right? And your bar is that sentence, right? That first sentence, okay? So pay attention. Oh, this is point number 5. Pay attention to the general topic of what those words are. That may turn into a whole song. So the general topic of what those words are that you start forming your humming and mumbling into is really going to be a starting point for what you want your song to be about. So like, let's go to my actual lyrics. I'm gonna come back to my talking points in a minute. So my actual lyrics. Now the name of this song is called Ego Was My Enemy. One of the books that I read like the summer before I got saved was called Ego is the Enemy. When I used to be in rap, I mean secular rap, I used to be a very egotistic person. And I didn't really know how that was like holding back my life in a lot of ways as far as my character is concerned. And that book, Ego is the Enemy, really mattered a lot to me. And so I just really started to talk a lot about ego recently on my channel. Not a whole lot, but, I got like a short about it and stuff like that. And I want to talk more about that stuff. But ego was my enemy. So when I first started writing my course, that's just what came out, right? I don't have my course finished. My course go a little bit like, including all my kin of me. People couldn't be friends to me because ego was my enemy, right? And I'm like, okay, so we could write a song about that, right? Like how ego was in my way and it was really blocking me from really being able to accept the fact that I'm not my own God. Like the whole world and stuff like that would like to lead you to be. Like there is a God in control of your life, and now you really got to give up that control in life to really be able to accept walking with God, Jesus Christ, you know? And so as I started to form my chorus into words, it then taught me what my verse need to be about. But my chorus sounded different than, it's a different flow than my verse is. All right. So that might bring us to going back to point number 6. Start with the first 4 bars. A lot of people struggle on what this is. What's a bar? I'm sitting there trying to teach my son how, because I was letting him record on my equipment my lyrics, right? And what he was doing was he was reading it all like a paragraph, and I'm like, you can't do that. And I'm gonna get to that point on point number 7 in a minute. But you want to really start with the first 4 bars. The first 4 bars is gonna start the rest of your verse. In fact, your first 4 bars could just be your chorus or your hook, if you so choose to let it be like that. Right? But the first 4 bars is like this. So let's go back to the song. I was going through the fiery trial. I had to just stop, drop, and roll. When I turned from the sin, I had to drop it, put it to the stop and go. Right on that day, he had to show me everything I had to know. Right on that day, he had to show me I ain't really had control. Right? Every bar should be your sentence. And like the beat is made up in bars, measures, in individual measures, right? So let me show you like what the 4 bars of this beat would sound like. And I'ma count them too.
Purple flame on the beat.
To the fiery trial, I had to just stop, drop, and roll. Learn from the life of sin, put it to a stop and go. Right on that day, he had to show me everything I had to know. Right on that day, he had to show me I ain't really had control. Right, and you see how that beat switched after them first 4 bars. Almost every beat structured that way, and you will start to pay attention to how it start to change and shift, like by 4 bar increments or 8 bar increments, but it's usually in 4 bar increments, whether it goes 8, 12, 16, something like that. It do that, and you really need to know that when you start writing your first rap, because that's gonna show you how to structure everything in your song. So now let's go. Let me put that aside. All right, so point number 7, write every 1 bar on 1 line. If you want to write it on your paper, 1 bar, 1 line. If your words kind of go over to the next line, every bar needs to be on its own lines, okay? Don't just bunch it all together like a paragraph. What else did I say? And skip a line after every 4 bars. You want to have space in between every 4 bars, so that way you know how to really structure your flow and how the structure of your song is gonna go, right? Guys used to come to my studio with just a paragraph, or like they just have a bunch of sloppy stuff written all over the paper, and I'm like, and every time it was time to record, they would forget how they supposed to say what they gonna say. They would lose their spot. They would start overlapping and going off beat because Like there's no structure to how the song is written. It need to be written with structure in order for you to accurately do what you're doing, right? So let me show you how, if you can actually see it. I don't think no, you're not gonna be able to see it from the camera, but like you get what I'm saying, okay? So point number 8, you want to pattern out your flow in a specific way for every 4 bars. And it's not really about the amount of words you use as much as it's about the amount of syllables you use. Because you would notice that you can have one bar that looks shorter than the rest of it, but yet it still match all together with that flow. It's about the syllables. And what I mean by syllables is this, right? So when I got to my third set of 4 bars, I said, you can miss me, I just left on that day. I had to choose to die. When I thought that I was woke, I ain't no to sleep in. Wait. Let me go back. See, and it happened like this. You can miss me, I just left on that day. I had to choose the side. Wait, you can miss me. Wait, hold on. You can miss me, I just left on that day. I had to choose a side. When I thought that I was woke, ain't no I slept, I chose to die. So I put death to this flesh like it say I have to deny, right? Like if you notice the word side, die are just 1-syllable words, but then deny is a 2-syllable word, but it rhyme with all of them. And so because that's a 2-syllable word, it almost is the same as using 2 words as far as how long your sentences are in your song, right? So you want to pay attention to that. So you want to pattern it out. Pattern it out. Like how are you right? Like you want to give that a pattern every 4 bars, because you don't want it all sloppy sounding when you actually recording your song, because it's going to be hard for you to really get into how the rhythm of that song is supposed to go. It all need to have a pattern to it. And number 9, you want to stay on topic, or just write whatever you want to, at least to get you going. Right? So if you don't know how to write a whole song that really stay on topic, just write something. And that's going to teach you how to write. That's going to teach you how to rap. That's going to teach you more about being creative, more about what sounds right coming out of your mouth, with your sound of voice, with your energy. Not everything sound right coming out of my mouth. If you pay attention to the theme of, well, I mean, you really can't, because I don't got a lot of the songs that I just recently wrote public, but a lot of them got a certain theme to it, right? There's certain things that sound right coming out of my mouth, right? Like that's why I like to make these hard and straight to the point kind of music. I look, certain things just don't sound right coming out of my mouth. Like trying to be all soft and lovey and stuff like that. That's not my sound of voice. And so it'll be hard for somebody to really accept, like it'll be hard for the brain to really take in that. So like you really want to learn to stay on topic based on those things. What sound right coming out of your mouth? Like what was your first 4 bars about? What was your chorus about? Stay on topic. That is really what's going to make a song a song. That's what's really going to make the title of your song the title of your song. Now, just like I was telling my son, like, hey, look, this ain't 2025, right? You can't just, like make a chorus about, like, let's just pretend I'm creating a scenario based on how music is today. Like let's just say your chorus is about fast cars, getting money, but then your whole verse is about having haters. See, like those topics, I don't like music like that, right? It's not impactful to me, and is just not me no more. But that's how people is with their music these days, right? Like somebody will write a song and the chorus is about like having a party, and then all of their verses is about what kind of car they drive and stuff like that. And it's like it don't make sense, and it's what's really wrong with music these days. It's like none of what they say makes sense to what the song is called and what the chorus is about. But the rap sound cool, the beat sound cool. If that's all you want to do is just make music that sound cool, look, like that's totally up to you. But if you really want to make songs that matter and that's impactful and they actually help change the way people think, then you really want to learn to stay on topic with your verses as far as what your chorus and the title of your song is about. All right? So number 10, you want to make a hook. You need a hook, right? Like if you just want to do like one big freestyle type of track, I mean, that's fine and dandy. There's time and place for that. But if you really want to make a structured song, you want to make a hook or a chorus that is 4 or 8 bars long. Now, one of the things that I like to do with some of my choruses, though, is the first 4 bars will be repeated on the next 4 bars, because most choruses are 8 bars. Sometimes they could be 4 bars. But I like to repeat my first 2 bars of my first 4 bars on the next 4 bars, right? So like let me go to like another song I made that was called Winning Team. And the chorus went like, that life of sin that I was in, I was dead and I ain't know. God was calling through my life and I ain't know why I ain't go. Then he put me out the dirt, put in that work to make me clean. I was lost and I was last and now I'm first. He put me on the winning team. That life of sin that I was in, I was dead and I ain't know. God was calling through my life and I ain't know why I ain't go. Then I might say something else instead of then he put me out the dirt, put in that work to make me clean. I was last and now I'm first. He put me on the winning team. So instead of saying that, I might write a whole new 2 bars that rhymes with that, just to really kind of give my song a little bit more flavor. However, I didn't do that on this one. It was meant to just repeat like that. You can do that too. Like that's nice to do too. And that will still get you a good sounding song. Now, now that is a song that I actually did finish 1, 4, 8, 12, 16. 4, 8, 12, 16. That's actually a completed song I have yet to record. So, if you want to, now, knowing everything I taught you, right? Now, you're not going to learn this in a day. This is something you got to just remember every time you start writing your song. So let's go back over all of what I just said. Find a beat that fits your energy. Feel the beat as if you made it. Hum and mumble a specific flow, right? Like the flow is like the pattern of your words almost. Like the type of word play you using. You want to go fast, you want to go slow, you want to kind of be a little skippy and choppy like I am. Like, See, I like to rap like that, because that kind of gives me a fast sounding song, but it's just not too many words. They just sound like they are, Start trying to make them sound like words. That's going to help you get the first word on the paper. Pay attention to the general topic of what those words are, because that might turn into a song. Start with the first 4 bars. The first 4 bars is your groundwork. That could be your chorus. That could be how you start your verse. Write every 1 bar on 1 line and skip a line after every 4 bars. You need to have 4-line paragraphs, but you want to write every sentence on its own line. That way, when you actually are rehearsing your song, you know where that's supposed to stop and where something else supposed to start. You actually know if you using too many words or if you don't have enough words or enough syllables in those words. You really got to pay attention to that, because that's how you get so many offbeat songs or so many off pattern and off tune songs, you know? Pattern out your flow in a specific way for every 4 bars. So for every 4 bars is when you can either keep the same flow or change the new flow. Like, you don't want to be changing flow every 1 bar, because then that's going to sound out of tune. I don't even like to change the flow every 2 bars. Sometime I do when I get ready to end my verse, but not when the verse just gets started, you know? So like, let's just say every 4 bars I might change the flow. You say, like, okay, hooray, like, hooray. Like, you see how every 4 bars I change the flow, right? So first I was one way, and then it was another way, right? That's gonna give more structure to your song. All right. Stay on topic. I can't stress that enough. You want something that one song is about. All right. And then number 10, like, you want to make sure you make your hook. You could do that first, you could do that last, but your hook need to be, like, your words need to be in 4-bar increments. Okay. Some people like to say the same thing over and over, right? That's how we got a lot of dumb rap, right? That's how society is being dumbed down through how this dumb rap is. But there's a way of making rap that can be impactful to a person's life. Now, if you want to just, like, you know, blow up and follow that dumb rap trend, but by all means, you free to do what you want. But I'm here to change the world, and I'm here to help people have impactful lives, to impact somebody else through what it is they create, you know? So now let's go all the way back to the beginning. On that song I have yet to finish, I got about 5 more bars left, because like right when I got to my 12 bar section, I'm missing a bar, and then I still need my 16 bar section. So let's go and start this over. That way you kind of know how it sound. And then I'm gonna go to a song I actually finished, which I have not rehearsed. And just knowing how I rehearse, seeing how I mess up and screw up, that's gonna really give you the confidence and being able to know that I'm not doing too bad off after all. People mess up. Trust me. I made music for 10 years before I stopped making music. I was ahead of my time in my music. I don't want to lead you to my old music, because I'm not that kind of person no more. But just based on you hearing what I'm saying, you can kind of understand, okay, this guy's got some real experience with this. I coached guys in my studio all the time, and I taught multiple people how to rap. Like, I know I'm just popping out the woodwork like this, like I'm starting something new, but trust me, it's not necessarily new. It's really just a new way of me doing it. So let's go back all the way to the beginning of that beat. And I do want to credit Mr. Rujay. Come on, we need to really start this over. All the way back to the beginning. Now, I'm going to try and do the chorus, even though I don't got it finished yet. And the only reason I am is because I want to be able to know what's coming up next, right? Yo, it's the priesthood.
Purple flame on the beat.
Including all my kin of me. People couldn't be friend of me, cause ego was my enemy. The spirit wanna get into me, exposing all my sin of me, cause ego was the enemy. don't know the structure of this beat yet. I was going through the fiery trial, I had to just stop, drop, and roll. When I turned from the sand, I had to drop it, put it to a stop and go. Right on that day, he had to show me everything I had to know. Right on that day, he had to show me I ain't really had control. When I thought I was a god, I didn't know I was a stupid fool. Oh, I screwed up. Screwed up right there. I screwed up. So we gonna start this over again. And I think the chorus started off as 4 bars. Sometimes, as far as the structure of your beat, the chorus can start as 4 bars, and then throughout the rest of the song, it might be 8 bars. Just some beats are a little different. You really need to get to know how your beat go. All right. All right, now let's do this over. You ain't doing that bad after all, okay? Don't be discouraged. It's the priesthood.
Purple flame on the beat.
Including all my kin of me. People can be friend of me, cause ego was my enemy. Spirit wanna get into me, exposing all my sin of me, cause ego. I was going through the fiery trial, I had to just stop, drop, and roll. I turned from the drop it, put it to a stop and go. Right on that day, he had to show me everything I had to know. Right on that day, he had to show me I ain't really had control. When I thought I was a god, I didn't know I was the one who lose. When I thought there was no God, I didn't know I was a stupid fool. I could get to God myself, I thought that I used to be right too. So miss me with that mess, cause you don't know I used to be like you. You can miss me, I just left on that day, I had to choose a side. When I thought that I was woke, I know I slept, so I chose to die. So I put to death the flesh like say you deny, right? Stuff like that happen. Like sometimes you just gotta stop and just keep going, right? Just to be able to rehearse what it is you saying. You want to get used to rehearsing your words, so that way when you get in the studio, you can just knock it out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have a line that make you lose breath. Stop, especially when you start recording. Now, this ain't necessarily about how to actually record, but this is just about how to write it. Stop, keep going. If you want to rehearse it and you got a line that make you lose breath, skip the next few words and just just jump in where you fit in, right? You know what I'm saying? So let me do this all over again. This is an unfinished verse, but I'm gonna just take it there. I was going through the fiery trial, I had to just stop, drop, and roll. When I turned from the sin, I had to drop it, put it to a stop and go. Right on that day, he had to show me everything I had to know. Right on that day, he had to show me I ain't really had control. When I thought I was a god, I didn't know I was the one who'd lose. When I thought there was no God, I didn't know I was a stupid fool. I could get to God myself, I thought that I used to be right too. So miss me with that mess, cause you don't know I used to be like you. You can miss me, I just left on that day, I had to choose a side. When I thought that I was woke, I ain't know I slept, so I chose to die. So I put to death the flesh like it say I have to deny. And right? Like, see, it just worked like that. Okay, so don't think you sound stupid. Don't think you doing something wrong or don't know what you're doing or just anything like that. Just go. You gotta have the encouragement. You gotta really feel what it is you doing. It gotta matter to you, so that way you know how to say it. Sometimes you gotta even put stuff in there that sound impactful to you, so that way when you say it, when a person hear it, they like, man, this is hard, right? So like, I learned to do this, right? So like, let me go to one of my measures here. When I thought there was no God, I didn't know I was the one who'd lose. When I thought there was no God, I didn't know I was a stupid fool. Stupid fool. So like, you gotta word stuff like that and say stuff like that, so that way when they hear it, the song like, man, stupid fool, huh? You know what I'm saying? It just is like that. You know, stuff like that you need to know as far as you writing a rap, you making your first song. It's not a lot of people that's gonna actually tell it to you like this. I used to coach guys in my studio all the time on those words that sound impactful. You need to say it impactful. Stupid fool, right? You know what I'm saying? It need to sound like that to you, not stupid fool, right? It need to sound that way to you, right? So let me look, I'ma just go to a whole nother song, right? I kind of forgot how that song that's supposed to go. All right, so let me go type in that beat. It's a little baby type beat. But sorry about my traffic noise, man. I'm right here on the street. Little baby type beat, Way Up. And this is produced by Storm. I love Storm beats. I really do.
I don't know if y'all know it, but we're going to win. I don't know if you feel it, but we're going to win. I don't know if you can see it, but we're going to win. You got to understand, we're going to win right now.
Yo. Have your special effects in mind, too. That was seeing that I was dead and I ain't know. I was hauling through my life and I ain't know where I ain't go. And he put me out the dirt, work to make me clean. Now I'm first. Storm. That life of sin that I was dead and I ain't know. God was calling through my life and I ain't know where I ain't go. Then he put me out the dirt, put in that work to make me clean. I was last and now I'm first. I was a god to myself, thought I had it all together. House built upon the sand, it could not endure the weather. Couldn't tell me nothing, I was running from him. On that day he came to see me, man, it wasn't nothing funny. Every sin that I committed flashed right before my eyes. On that day I was surprised, I couldn't even tell a lie. It was like I seen a ghost, I just met the Holy Ghost. Got me walking in his ways with my feet down on the floor. I was searching for the truth, now I know the one who is. Ain't like I'm perfect, no, I'm in the one who did. Had to learn to live again, like I became a kid. On that day he took me out the way, it's like I'm off the grid. They say I won't amount to nothing, you tell me so. Got a purpose on my life and I won't let you tell me no. It's the hard way, this the long way, cause it ain't the wrong way. The songs say this the winning team, we took the strong way. Right, so you see how I did that like that, right? So like on my last 4 bars, I kind of changed flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you can change flow every 4 bars, but sometimes you can do it 2 bars when you get ready to end your song, right? The song need to have a certain pattern to it as it's getting ready to end. And somebody keep blowing up my phone. I'm about to see what's going on. All right, so now that I kind of remember how that song go, anybody want to hear it again? Yes, no, maybe so. Let's do it.
We're going to win. I don't know if you feel it, but we're going to win. I don't know if you can see it, but we're going to win. You got to understand, we're going to win right now.
Yo. Oh, and I ain't know. Through my life and I ain't know where I ain't go. Put in that work to make me clean. On the winning team, that for seeing that I was in. I ain't dead and I ain't know. Calling through my life and I ain't know where I ain't go. Go. Work to make me clean. Storm. That life of sin that I was in, I was dead and I ain't know. God was calling through my life and I ain't know where I ain't go. Then he put me out that dirt, put in that work to make me clean. I was last and now I'm first. All right, here we go. I was a god to myself, thought I had it all together. House built upon the sand, it could not endure the weather. Couldn't tell me nothing, it was something, I was running from him. On that day he came to see me, man, it wasn't nothing funny. Every sin that I committed flashed right before my eyes. On that day I was surprised, I couldn't even tell a lie. It was like I seen the ghost, I just met the Holy Ghost. Got me walking in his ways with my feet out on the floor. I was searching for the truth, now I know the one who is. They say I think that I live perfect, no, I'm in the one who did. Had to learn to live again, it's like I just become a kid. On that day he took me out the way, it's like I'm off the grid. Say I won't amount to nothing, I won't let you tell me so. Got a purpose on my life and I won't let you tell me no. This the hard way, this the long way, cause it ain't the wrong way. The song say, this the winning team, we took the strong way. Yo. See, it's like that, man. That's like, see, look, every 4 bars, you probably can't see. No, you definitely can't see because it's just too bright. But every 4 bars is written in structure, right? Every 4 bars got a line between it. And when I start a new verse, I do 2 lines just to know it's a new verse. You need to have structure to how you write it so that way you can keep track of your flow. You know what I'm saying? You can keep track of how the song go. But other than that, I thought I might just want to put this out here for y'all. If anybody enjoyed the content, hit the like button. If anybody want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button today. You know, be like, look, like be a part of my first 1,000 subscribers. All right. So I do thank everybody for listening. And hopefully maybe one of these days I can really feel like getting back into this and actually record these songs. I got so many songs I wrote and just don't feel like starting this over and back in the studio, back to it's just, man, it's like when you ain't did that in so long, you like, man, I don't know. I don't even know, you know. But other than that, man, y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Have a blessed day in Jesus' name. Amen.